Welcome everyone to our first episode of Red Carpet Productions Spirit Hero Speaker Series. For those of you new to Red Carpet, we are a brand management agency. We provide services in the liquor industry, primarily liquor promotions, tastings, events, and other services or other brand ambassador services. I feel like as a woman and working with a business in the liquor industry, and as a mother of two girls, I feel the personal responsibility to empower other women. And there is a lot of talent and skill set and knowledge base in the team of brand ambassadors that I have working for Red Carpet Productions. And I want this to be one of the many avenues in which we are empowering them. So I appreciate everyone who's joining us in this journey. We hope that you continue to join us every month as we will be showcasing new brand ambassadors and new topics, and that you help us, bring up the best of the best that we have in our team. So the first topic today is happiness and well-being during uncertain times. And we have Dina, Sabnani, and Alexis, Cavo from our team, who are experts on the topic. And I will let them introduce themselves so that you get to know them a little better.
My name is Dina Sabnani. Hi, everyone. I am a brand ambassador. I've been doing some work with Red Carpet since last year. And it's really exciting for me because it gives me the opportunity to do something different, to get out and about. It's really exciting to be able to offer the customer an experience rather than just point them to something on the shelf. So yeah, it's amazing.
Can you tell us about your personal business in the health and wellness industry?
Sure. So a little bit about me. I am a certified theta healer and a happiness ambassador. I ran two happiness clubs, one in Dubai in the Middle East, as well as one in Hong Kong. And as a theta healer, I help people burst through their BS. And when I say BS, I'm talking about their belief systems, the stories that we have in our brain, the limiting beliefs in our subconscious mind. This is done via a one-on-one session. I do some energy work, and then we identify the root beliefs that are in our subconscious mind that are in the way of us expressing ourselves in the best way possible. It's an amazing, amazing healing modality, and people have such huge ahas because we're actually identifying beliefs and then we're changing them, and we're muscle testing to see that the change has been made. You're creating new neural pathways in the brain. So there's a lot of science behind it, but there's also a connection to the creator. Along with that, that's mind and spirit work. I've added something to help with the body. I'm a wellness advocate and independent promoter of exogenous ketones. I help people live healthier and happier lives. When your brain is fueled with the right fuel source, everything changes. You have better mood, better focus, better energy, and energy is life, right? We all need that energy to cope with life and to be the best versions of ourselves. So I like to say that I help people live and love their best lives now, because now is all we have.
I love that. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Let's go into the first question. So, you both work with us in the liquor industry, and as many other people doing liquor promotions and liquor sales and bartenders, we've all have gone through we've been impacted really, really bad by the shutdown on the industry due to the pandemic. So a lot of these people had these gigs as a supplement to their income, but many others depending on these jobs to sustain themselves and their families. So, and of course, the promotions and service industries are just two of the many industries that have been affected by this. So in your experience dealing with your clients, what is the most common feeling pressing in people's minds right now? And has it changed throughout the pandemic? So Dina, if you want to start.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like you said, this pandemic is something that was so unexpected. We're in 2020 right now. Like, who would have thought that we would be experiencing something like this, right? So it's thrown everybody for a loop. It literally has shaken up not just the US, but the world. And a lot of people have lost their jobs, their incomes, and just control. And so a lot of people come to me with the biggest thing they're coming to me with is fear of the unknown. And what that fear stems from, honestly, in my head, is that lack of control. It's not knowing what to do next, because truth is, most of us haven't been through a pandemic of this sort. Most of us do not know what's coming up next, and that is a real fear. And so people dive into depression and anxiety and stress. And most of this is caused by being so glued to your TV, social media, and the news, and really being sucked into this energy. And that's what I'm seeing a lot of, is just people coming to me going, I don't know what to do. I'm so stressed.
Very good. Alexis, I hope we can hear you now. So introduce yourself, your company. You're a very active brand ambassador. So what do you do your personal business plus brand ambassador? And then what is the main feeling that is pressing on people's minds right now as you talk to your clients?
Yeah. So my name is Alexis, and I am the owner of Paragon Consulting. I'm a life coach. I help improve the mindset, and I help people get comfortable with the uncomfortable. I got introduced into brand ambassador work when I first moved here to Dallas. I'm actually from Fort Walton Beach, Florida. It's where I've lived half of my life, and I moved over to Amarillo, Texas. It's a little small country town in the panhandle of Texas. I lived there for the other half of my life. And then once I graduated, I was ready to move. Dallas was where my calling was. I guess I just kind of fell into it. I visited a couple times, and I really loved the just the environment and all the opportunity that was out here versus my small hometown. There wasn't as much opportunity from what I saw. So I was introduced through a mutual friend that lived over here in Dallas into the promo world. And I started working one promotion, and I was like, oh, this is really fun. And it's, really cool to be able to network with people. So I stayed active in it, and I started networking with other girls and managers and things like that. And I just started booking myself for as many promos as I could. And eventually it was something that I was doing full time. And I wish we still had the opportunity right now, because it is really, really fun work. And you just get to just talk with so many people while also, presenting to them a brand. So I work with only brands that I actually do truly like. So before going into the field, I go through the whole training and everything, see what it's about, whatever the brand is about. And if I truly do love it, then, I speak with all this passion whenever I'm presenting this brand to consumers. And it's just like a relationship deal. I'm a people person. I like to talk, and especially things that I really like. So that's kind of why I'm really active in the brand ambassador world. And it's been about three and a half years that I've been in the field. And then the second question was, can you feed that to me again?
Yes. What is the most pressing feeling that your clients have right now with all of this that is going on?
So money is the number one thing that everyone is kind of a little bit anxiety, a little bit frantic. about, just because of all of the closures and job closures and people losing their jobs and nothing being open, and it seems like opportunity is not as large as it was before. So anxiety about money, and then just the unknown. A lot of people actually have some really bad anxiety about the virus itself, and whether or not they're going to catch it, whether or not their family members are going to catch it if they're exposed and they don't have symptoms. So they have like this very careful approach to life, kind of tiptoeing everywhere they're going because they're scared something is going to happen, and they're going to, spread the virus, or they're going to get the virus. So kind of like this bubble that a lot of people are in. So those are the two biggest concerns for my clients.
Very good. So we've all heard it. It's very important to take care of our bodies right now. If you stay healthy, even if you get the virus, a healthy person will react a lot better than somebody that is not, have some health issues. And we all talk about the body, but what about, the mental health? Can Dina, maybe you go into how, the feelings like of anxiety and fear, how does that affect a person's overall health?
Okay, so what's happening is, like we talked about, that fear of not having control, the fear of what's going on in the world. What that does, any sort of fear creates stress. And what stress does is create a hormone known as cortisol. Cortisol, unfortunately, lowers our immune system. So we're really doing a disservice to the body by our thoughts. And it's incredible when you see how people allow themselves to spiral into this negativity and this fear. And I totally understand it. It's, especially with the mainstream media that we have today, it's really, really hard not to get sucked into it. But at the same time, when you are doing things to boost not only your physical body, because you said, like, we understand having a healthy body, but it links both ways. Having a healthy body leads to having a healthier mind. So if you're doing things that boost your immune system, like going outside, getting some sunshine, moving, exercise in whatever way is truly crucial at this time, where you're able to get rid of some of that anxiety that's within you. What that does is it boosts your lymphatic system, especially with like the movement, because your lymphatic system doesn't have, like, your heart is a pump for your blood to circulate your blood. Your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. The pump is when you move your body. Lots of people are sitting on their couches watching the news and not moving. They're not going to work because they don't have a job to go to. And so a lot of times you get stuck on the couch or in your bed, and movement is really important, because when you're moving, your system is functioning, your brain is working. When you're eating healthier, a lot of people are now like gaining that quarantine 15, snacking on foods they know they shouldn't be doing. It's all connected, it's all linked. So it's body, mind, and spirit. When we're ignoring one of them, the other two get out of balance, right? So it's understanding that when you are spiraling down, or if you are experiencing feelings of anxiety, best thing to do is change your state. It's making that decision. Okay, let me get off the couch. Let me just move around. You have to stop the negative thought and interrupt it. It's called pattern interrupt. So by getting up and saying, nope, delete, let me find something else I can do. And it's constant practicing of these things to create new habits within. Like, it's really, really important to remember it's all connected. You cannot ignore the body and just work on the mind. If you're meditating all day and you're sitting on the couch, that doesn't serve you in your highest and best. So recognize that, okay, I'm feeling crappy. And Actually, that's the first thing to do, is recognize the emotion and acknowledge it. Like, I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling stressed. Okay. And stop trying to avoid it, because we have this way of avoiding pain. So stop trying to avoid the pain, acknowledge it, appreciate it, and accept it. See what it's teaching you so that you can shift into another emotion and you get to choose.
I really love the fact that you talk about how we need to identify the emotions, and I think in many times that's probably the hardest thing to do. Like at the personal level, sometimes I always feel like I'm really good at dealing with stress, but sometimes I feel like I may not even know that I'm stressed, but I'm actually, my brain and my body is going through all of this, and I'm not representing it, yet. So I think that taking the time to try to identify what emotion you're going through is very important. So Alexis, what is your approach?
So whenever clients are feeling some type of anxiety, first I try to pinpoint what it is that they think is causing it the most. I try to open up, whatever it is that they're talking about, whatever it is in their mind that's causing that stress. But before I even get to that, well, I guess it just depends on the flow of the client and my conversation. I like to go over what it is like feeling an emotion and what it is like feeling anxiety or stress or whatever emotion it is that they're feeling. Because normally whenever someone is feeling anxiety, it's actually just some tension that they're creating because they don't want to feel the true emotion or the underlying emotion that lies beyond the anxiety. They don't want to feel maybe disappointed or loss. With the coronavirus going on, there's a lot of loss. So they just don't want to deal with feeling that loss. Therefore, they have this anxiety, which it's just this created tension to kind of, it's that worrying phase that we go through. So I go over how to actually feel an emotion. And the way I do that in my practice is I explain it as just a type of vibration or wave of energy throughout your body. And so we actually focus on what emotion it is that they're truly feeling, whatever that underlying emotion is, and see if we can get kind of past that anxiety, because once they understand how to feel that uncomfortable emotion, whatever it is that they're feeling, we practice doing that. So like I said earlier, I help them get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So this emotion that they're feeling or that they don't want to feel is very uncomfortable to them. So we're going to learn how to make it feel comfortable, because in the end, at the end of the day, life runs off of emotions. You're never not feeling an emotion. I mean, anxiety, depressed, sad, excited. We're always feeling something. That's what the force of life is, and that's what I believe. So I explain that. I explain my beliefs to my clients, and they choose whether or not they want to believe that. But I actually provide like examples and ways to prove my beliefs. And then from there, we understand that the worst that can happen is us feeling an uncomfortable emotion with whatever the situation is. But yeah, first and foremost is we learn how to feel what the emotion is. What emotion are we avoiding? And then we go to the situation or the circumstance in life that is probably out of our control, out of their control. And we figure out what that is and why it's causing that uncomfortable emotion. And if they can just actually just be with the uncomfortable emotion, so that they have that new neural pathway of like, hey, I can feel this and I can still be okay and function.
Very good. Well, I just want to say, if anybody listening has any questions or any comments for Dina and Alexis, please let us know. I can read your comments here, and we can go over any questions you may have. Dina and to people listening to us, if they could just walk away with something really meaningful, from this conversation that they can actually start implementing into their lives today or tomorrow morning, what would it be? So Dina, let's start with you, and then we can go with Alexis.
Sure. So it's simple. It's first identify what you're feeling, right? Like Alexis was saying, our feelings control so much and we don't identify what it is. And if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling anxious, it's okay. A lot of people don't realize it's okay not to be okay. And that's the first thing. Ask for support. If you are having a hard time, we are human beings and we thrive on social connectedness. So reach out and ask for help, even if it's to your best friend, if you need to speak to your partner, whatever it is, share how you are feeling. When you share how you are feeling, it alleviates it. It makes you feel like you're not alone. Because truthfully, we're all in this together, right? We all are experiencing it to different levels. Another tip I would give is do not feed the fears, feed your faith. Stop watching so much social media and news and newspapers. So do simple things. It doesn't have to be complicated. Get moving, get outside, get the vitamin D that you need. Take care of your body because when this is functioning, this can function. When this functions better. So it's interconnected. And a happiness tip as a happiness coach, do things for other people. It boosts your happiness. And understand that take each day at a time. You do not have to know what's going to happen, a month from now, but you have the control to choose your own thoughts. So start practicing gratitude. It's a secret. If you find, even at the end of the day, and you've had a really shitty day, and if you can just lay on your bed and say, I am thankful for being in bed today and the day is over, you're still finding ways to be grateful. So gratitude is the key to seeing things better. So yeah, those are some of my tips, but don't be so hard on yourself and literally ask for the help that you really need if you are struggling.
So, I mean, mine are very, very similar. I actually would follow all of those that you just said. My main thing also is limit your exposure to the media and what is going on. If you look, the first thing you're going to see when you log onto Instagram or Facebook is some type of post about what is wrong in the world. Actually, my first degree was in mass communications, and I thought I wanted to be a news broadcaster. And in those classes, they actually teach you that you need to go out and you need to find newsworthy topic. What newsworthy news is the bad news. That's what catches our attention. And I mean, that's just scientifically, we look for what is bad, what is wrong in the world. That's what our brain is designed to do, is to search for the fear, search for what's going wrong so that it can protect us. I also recommend, going outside. When we are told that we need to stay inside because outside is really dangerous, the virus is out there, try to at least get in your front porch, or if you're in an apartment, go to your balcony, get some type of sun, because when we lack that vitamin D, you can really have some physical health concerns, making you even more vulnerable to the COVID. So get that vitamin D and go outside, get some exposure. And that actually helps kind of clear the mind too, just being with nature. It releases some of that, some of those feel good brain chemicals that we have in the back of our brain that we have to kind of pull out during these times to our prefrontal cortex. So we want to kind of look for those during these times. So do things that take care of yourself, things that you like to do. Do your favorite hobbies, do in-home workout. Like you mentioned earlier, sitting on the couch and watching TV, that's not really serving you. Do things that are physically active, things that are healthy for you. And just by doing that, I mean, definitely reaching out for help, talk to us, talk to a life coach, talk to your friend, talk to someone if you're starting to feel some type of uneasy feeling. And if not, I mean, I always say go to Google, go to YouTube, search things that would serve you. If you've never meditated before and you're kind of nervous to reach out to someone, type in YouTube, a meditation. That's what I did. And that's where I kind of like fell into meditation outside of school. So I think, just do things that serve you, that improve your mental health, that improve your spirit and your well-being. Definitely improve your faith, feed your faith and not your fears. So basically, like everything that you just said, that's what I'm doing. And obviously it seems like it works because we're kind of, mentally healthy during this time.
Great. I think that one thing that I would add is if you have an opportunity to share positive news, do that. Like, I feel like for a while during the pandemic, we were all sharing great news and, positive changes in the world and in our neighbors, and we stopped doing that. And I feel like even though we were going through this uncertainty, it was just like great to open social media and see positivism everywhere. So I think that we stopped doing that. So if you have an opportunity, if you're going through something that you are enjoying, share that instead of, or if you heard of positive news from your neighbor, or if you got into the news and you actually saw something that is worth sharing, share that, because we need to start spreading joy and good news and happy thoughts. So that's something that I would like to add, because I think we stopped doing that. We're just very focused on all the negativity right now. So like you can see right now, you can reach out to Dina, to Alexis, to Red Carpet Productions on Instagram. That's probably the easiest way to do it right now. Everybody's super active. If you need their contact information, you can always reach out to me. Again, for those of you who are new to Red Carpet, my name is Nayeli Gallegos, and I am the president of Red Carpet Productions. We are a brand management agency, and we are taking on this initiative of this Spirit Heroes speaker series because we want to highlight the great talent and knowledge base that we have within our team. We thank you, everyone who joined us, and we thank Dina and Alexis for being part of our brand ambassador team. I want you to know that you are truly appreciated. And I hope that you continue to work with us for many years. And obviously, because we're a brand ambassador agency, I would like to finish our conversation with you telling people who are listening to us, what is the value that a brand ambassador brings to the brands that we work with?
Absolutely. So like I said in the introduction, being a brand ambassador is incredible because a lot of times people can go into stores and there's so much out there that you really don't know, but interacting with someone who is educating you about a brand, you get to taste something, you get to try something different that you never thought. It really adds so much value. And to be able to interact with someone enhances that experience, and we all want to have experiences. So I think that's really important. And you yourself are a brand, and when you are able to go outside and represent other people, you learn skills on what is necessary in this world, how to present yourself, how to interact with people, how to educate people. And we're all in the business of selling, even if it's a child selling the concept to their mother on why they should eat ice cream.
I'll elaborate on that. I think that it brings an actual personable experience to a client, and that's what we live for, is experiences. We can experience a brand by just reading the label on the bottle, or whatever it is that you're selling. You can, see a poster and you can read it, but actual physical contact with another person, you're getting a different type of experience. Someone that can actually bring you some emotion. That's what it is. You're bringing the client a different emotion than what they would probably produce on their own by just probably walking by the product or like reading the sign. So you're a walking, living, breathing advertisement. Just like Dina said, you are a brand yourself. So you're just contributing to that times 1,000, times 1,000,000, whenever you are bringing your personality, your professionalism, all of that also behind the brand. You're the face. You're an actual face behind a brand whenever people see you promoting.
Awesome. We have a comment here from Yolanda Guzman, and she's just saying, "Great job, ladies." So just wanted you to know that. Thank you, Yolanda, and thanks everyone else who joined us on our first episode. We hope that you continue to join us every month. I want Spirit Heroes to become a platform for our brand ambassadors, to empower them, and also for those brand ambassadors who are on the team and are listening. Please, if you are an expert or very passionate about a topic, please reach out to me. I want to hear from you, and I want to showcase you in this platform. Thank you, Dina. Thank you, Alexis. I appreciate you very much. And we'll be sharing this video on our platforms so that people can listen to it on their own time as well.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Nayeli. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.